YouTube, what is going on, y'all? It is your boy Young Texas, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Season 4 of Warzone 2 started a little bit over a week ago, with Call of Duty taking steps towards what they are envisioning as the future of Warzone, including countless new updates, one of which being a brand new resurgence map. Call of Duty took further steps towards the future of Warzone 2 with the Season 4 update. That said, though, these steps forward have been a long time coming, with Warzone 2 receiving some pretty harsh criticism as of late, with many players comparing it to the previous iteration of Warzone. Be it movement, time to kill, or other in-game mechanics, many players seem to favor those seen in Warzone 1 rather than what we have now with Warzone 2. At a time, many players were staying away from Warzone 2 altogether and rather dropping into the original iteration of Warzone. Now, you saw this a few months ago, especially with some incredibly large content creators. They were still dropping into Caldera rather than dropping into Al Mazrah. With the Season 4 update, Call of Duty was able to bring many players into Warzone 2, new and old, with the introduction of Vondel, the brand new resurgence map. Vondel has been off to a great start thus far, with many players giving it a lot of praise and a lot of hype, and you've actually seen a lot of players dropping in, and there's also been plenty of content made on this new resurgence map already. With that knowledge, it would make sense for Call of Duty to focus on further developing Warzone 2, which would in turn further develop the future of Call of Duty and Call of Duty Battle Royale. However, Call of Duty decided to take it one step further by posting an incredibly shocking announcement over on their Twitter account. On Twitter, Call of Duty announced that they would officially be shutting down the servers for Warzone 1 on September 21st of this year. That being said, after September 21st, players will no longer be able to play on Warzone 1, with these last few months being the final opportunity for these players to drop into the original iteration of Warzone. Now, Call of Duty did make it clear that shutting down the servers for Warzone 1 would not affect any of the progression players have made in the current iteration of Warzone. As you may know, there has been cross progression for the current Call of Duty title and the previous Call of Duty titles for quite some time now. Players could still level up their current Call of Duty with the old Call of Duties, including Warzone 1, but that being said, any progression made in Warzone 1 will not affect the progression that is carried over to Warzone 2 and so on. Not only that, but any purchases made through the store in Warzone 1 for content that is for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, or Vanguard will not be affected, and this content will still be usable in those titles even after the Warzone 1 servers are shut down for good. Now we are left to wonder why exactly the servers for Warzone 1 are being shut down and what this means for the future of Warzone. One theory is that Call of Duty is shutting down the servers for Warzone 1 to force any players that are still playing the original Warzone to convert over and start playing Warzone 2. Shutting down the original Warzone servers leaves no choice for players that still want to play Warzone than to hop on into Warzone 2, because they literally can no longer play Warzone 1. This will of course lead these players towards what Call of Duty is envisioning as the future of the franchise. Another theory, and one that can truly couple with the previous theory, is that shutting down the Warzone 1 servers will allow any developers that were focusing their efforts on Warzone 1's maintenance to focus their efforts on Warzone 2. That being said, the diversion of these efforts from Warzone 1 to a full focus effort on Warzone 2 can only mean that there's gonna hopefully be a positive future for Warzone 2, as there will be an increase in manpower. With the increase in manpower, there can be a better spread of the workload, meaning that one specific team doesn't have to deal with a ton of different things, as these new developers can take that on. Or you can also see the introduction of some new things and some new tasks for these developers that are coming on over, meaning that we could see some further development as time goes on. All that being said, though, Call of Duty has stated that they want to focus on the current state of Call of Duty while looking towards the future and letting the past truly stay in the past. With a few months still remaining until the Warzone 1 servers are shut down for good, like I said, that being on September 21st, which is just under 3 months from now, look for an uptick in the player base on Warzone 1, especially as the days draws closer to that September 21st shutdown date. But yeah, guys, that is effectively going to wrap up today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a like and comment on it down below. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell to turn on those notifications so you never miss any of my daily uploads. For even more from me, be sure to check out the links in the description below to connect with me on all of my social media so you never never miss any of my content. Also, for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, intel, and so much more, be sure to use the links in the description below to connect with IPC on all of our social media as well as our website. But other than that, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and that's been it. Peace.